Hello? Ivan. Ivan? Steve, Troy, Raisa, Nicole, Nathan, and Ivan would like to see your faces. May I see your face? Okay. Steve, medyo naging healthy.
Motoy.
Raisa, where are you? Nathan and Ivan.
Lag, ma'am.
Okay, Nathan. Charot. Oy, Nathan, ano yan? Okay, Raisa, okay. Ivan, ikaw na lang.
Lag, ma'am.
Okay, okay. Okay, let's share screen. Can you see it? Okay, knowing oneself. This is our lesson 1. And then proceed. Again, there are 4 types of responses. Physical description talks about your physical characteristic, like handsome, long legs, anything, white, beautiful eyes. Social roles, this talks about your roles in the society. Maybe you may be a student, a daughter, a son, a sibling, a father, a teacher. Then another one, we have personal traits, intelligence. What else? Charming. So that's an example. Another one is existential statements. Talks about your purpose here in earth. Some may say, I have here because I made with a purpose by God. I am here because someone talks about the humblest human being, which is about God, and I think about religion. And then we also discussed, can you see it? Can you see the PowerPoint? Children? Hello, everyone? Can you see my PowerPoint? Hello?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I'll just turn off my camera since naglalag talaga eh. You're frozen in my screen right now. Joyce, can you hear me? Joyce? Okay. Then we also have wait for a while. Okay. Self, this is you, popular and generally defined as what an individual sees, perceives, and defines oneself apart from the others. Okay, dimensions of self, we have physical, psychological, spiritual. So we're just having a recap or recall. And then, okay, our self is composed also of our mainly attitude. So attitude, there are 2 also, explicit and implicit attitude. When we say explicit attitudes, these are attitudes that we consciously endorse and can easily report. These are attitudes that we tend to do and act or used to do, but with the use also of our mind. Before we tend to do it, we think first, is it good or is it bad? Is it too much? However, implicit attitudes, these are attitudes that are involuntary. We do it without thinking, okay? These are also attitudes that uncontrollable, just like our laugh, our giggles and everything, yung hindi natin nakokontrol. Or kung makokontrol man natin, hindi natin naisip na pwede pala itong makontrol, okay? There are times that we do have like that attitude. Okay, next. We have the ABC model or the components of attitude. We have the affect, behavior, and cognition. When we say affect, like for example, okay, the way consumer feels about an object or anything, like I like high heels, or I'm afraid of spiders. It's like that. Then when you say behavior, I will buy high heels if I go to mall. Or I don't like spiders because they are dangerous. And then may also have cognition. I believe high heels make me gorgeous. Or I'm afraid of spiders because they are poisonous. Another example, when we say cognition, I like X brand cars because they give me more than 20 kilometers per liter mileage on petrol. When you say cognition or cognitive, this talks about what is the case why you don't like that thing, or what is the case why do you like much the thing. Is it an advantage? Is it a disadvantage? Is it dangerous or it's beneficial? When you say affective, it's like your emotions. For example, signals us that things are going all right. Like for example, if you're in a good mood, you'll feel happy, diba? You laugh, you're going to socialize with friends. However, if you're going to be upset or angry, you tend to attack someone. Diba? When we say also be where are we? Affective, what you feel. When we say behavioral, these are appropriate to our perceptions of a given situation. I like X brand cars because I had previously owned and driven them and felt comfortable driving the same. What's your behavior toward that brand or toward that thing? Again, affect is what you feel. Behavior is what you do. And cognition is what you believe. Okay, there are factors influencing attitude formation. Again, there are factors. When you say factors, what are the reasons why your attitude now is like that? Okay, there are reasons why your attitude is like that. Or what are the things that may happen, or the reasons, again, for your attitude to be formed. Okay, first, we have experience. Okay, when you say experience, ano yung mga na-experience mo before? For example, you have a friend who's afraid of a dog. Oh, bakit ka natatakot sa aso? Maybe because sa bata pa siya, nakagat siya ng aso. Or, nakagat siya ng aso, or may trauma siya sa aso. You could not also judge someone, lalo na pag yung isang tao ay hindi mahilig makihalubilo sa iba. It's maybe because at home, parang hindi siya inaalagaan masyado na kanyang nanay, or wala siyang kapatid na pwede pagsabihan kung ano mga problema niya. So experience before may affect your attitude now. Okay, let me ask you, Mamakos. May kinakatakutan ka ba ngayon, Mamakos? Or anything that may cause you scared or afraid? Anything. Could be a person, a situation before. Nathan? Ha?
Ngayon, ma'am, or ngayon, ma'am?
Hindi.
Suma.
Ngayon or
Ngayon,
before?
ma'am, wala.
Sa ngayon, wala. O wala ka mga na-trauma
Ngayon, ma'am.
experience before na pwedeng naapektuhan yung
Hello?
attitude mo? Wala? Nathan?
Okay. Limot. Daghan, ma'am. Di ba? I cannot elaborate more.
Okay. Joyce, do you have something in mind that may affect your attitude now because of your experiences before?
Naday ko, ma'am.
What's that, Nathan?
Sa ma'am na. Ako na lang, sige. Our house was ransacked, ma'am. Like, totally, ba na stolen ang mga gamit ba?
Oh,
Like that.
really?
And then, when we arrived here at like 10:00, and I was trauma na. But and there's someone who is still here ba, like hiding in our closet, something like that.
Yes,
And then,
yes.
ano to? Na
So,
wala man ang kawatan. So far,
Okay,
man,
so
I think
what may be with that influencing factors such as experience? Ano bang nabago sa attitude mo ngayon?
ngayon or okay naman. Learn from lesson na do not go home at beyond at night, very late at night.
Late night. Okay, correct. So, that could be an attitude formation. Natatakot ka nang umuwi ng late na gabi. Okay. Another factors for your attitude formation is what we call social roles or norms. So this is also termed as social factor. So these are, on the other hand, influence your attitude heavily. This talks about your roles in a social environment. These social norms tells you what to do and what not to do in a social situation. For example, hello everyone, can you hear me?
Yes.
Medyo
Yes, ma'am.
lag. Hindi ba ako naglalag?
Lags ako Pero,
I'm even turning off my camera already. Eh. Hello? Okay, these social factors also talks about or relates about the upbringing of our parents on us. For example, every Sunday we will go to church. So that's been a social norm already. What if you don't want to be in church? You want to have a prayer in your own lang, sa bahay lang, sa sarili mo lang, sa kwarto mo lang, na ikaw lang. And other social norms such as bawat alas 3 ng hapon at alas 12 ng tanghali, dapat magro-rosaryo tayo. Or alas 3 or alas 6 ng gabi, magro-rosaryo tayo. So that's been upbringing of our parents na we are used to it. What else? What else are the social factors or social norms? These are the upbringing or the set examples of our parents that we used to follow. And later on, we sometimes ask ourselves, why do we do it? What for? Is it for our own will, or is it just because our parents wanted for us to do it? Hello, everyone? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Naglalag kayo sa... Just unmute yourself if ever naglalag ako. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, next we have classical and operant conditioning. So these are effects that influence how we develop attitudes. A common example of that is alcohol consumption. Let's assume tonight you drank a lot. Then tomorrow, of course, you will have a headache, vomiting. In other words, you will have a hangover. In that matter of consequences, this is kind of pleasant or unpleasant that our attitudes do towards our operant conditioning. Kung nang-hangover ka man, nung umaga na yun at suka na ka ng suka, the next day, your peers or your friends would like to hang out with you, sasabihin mo na, ayoko nang uminom. Ayoko nang umuwi ng late ng gabi. Kasi alam mo sa sarili mo, pagkabukas, susuka ka na naman ng susuka. Or sasakit yung ulo mo. 'Di ba? Or, nag-attend ka ng isang birthday party, kumain ka ng marami, hindi mo alam na naramihan mo ng pagkain, pagkabukas, tae ka ng tae. So the next time you will attend a birthday party, sasabihin mo na sa sarili mo, pag nagsobraan ako, sasakit yung tiyan ko, masisira yung tiyan ko. So that's an unpleasant doing of classical and operant conditioning. It's like the output, the result of what you did before. If that output is beneficiary, its advantage is it's positive, then uulit-ulitin mo ito. Gagawin mo ito ulit. Kasi alam mo, makakabuti sa'yo. But if you think the output is negative, disadvantage, and it's not good, syempre alam mo sa sarili mo, hindi mo na gagawin. Kasi nga hindi rin ito nakakabuti sa'yo. Children, can you hear me?
Yes.
Cannot see your faces. Troy, can you hear me, Troy? Ivan? Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, next. We have observing people in environment. Or in other words, these are what we call modeling. Of course, our parents are our first teachers. They taught us about things. Pero pag hindi nila sinabi or hindi man tayo tinuruan, once na makita natin sila na ginagawa nila ito, we tend to follow it. We tend to act it. We tend to kind of imitate, mimic. Kung anong ginagawa nila, nakikurious tayo, ba't din natin ito magawa? Or ba't di nila tinuro? For example, yung paninigarilyo. We may think it's cool. Kaya, pagtanda natin, naninigarilyo yung papa ko before. Maninigarilyo din ako ngayon. What's the problem? Papa ko yun eh. Nakikita ko, umiinom papa ko before. Ay, inom din ako ngayon. Because parents are examples. We tend to follow.
Iban, pag-lesson na ba?
Pag-lesson na
Ayun
ban,
na.
dali na ban. Ay, pagdugay ban.
No, Jess. Nana.
Yes, ma'am.
Dali na ban.
Lag.
Children, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Yes,
My
ma'am.
power presentation gone?
Yes.
Yes.
Wi-Fi connection here is unstable. I'm having a hard time. Well, kailan pa ba lumakas? Oops. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, another example of that is, for example, if your parents love playing musical instruments, we tend, as kids, we like to imitate them and their attitude towards musical instruments. Okay, so we tend to follow them. We tend to use also musical instruments. At the end, that might be our formation of our attitude. Okay, do you get it? Okay, another one. We're going to go to self-concept. When it is self-concept, it refers to your awareness of yourself. When you say awareness, how well do you know yourself? What are your strengths and how to develop them? What are your limitations or weakness and how to those weaknesses and limitations should be controlled also. So when we say self-concept, it's about how well do you know yourself. On the other hand, when we say self-esteem, this is kind of different with self-concept. When we say self-esteem, it does not focus on how we know ourselves, but rather our attitude. Take note, attitude towards ourselves. It is more situational approach in terms of attitude because self-esteem is how we value ourselves given the positive or negative feedback we receive. Like for example, if you fail the final quarterly exam, what will be your action towards yourself? Will you hurt yourself because you disappoint yourself? Or will you cheer yourself up because there will always be next time? So self-esteem, what is your attitude towards yourself? Whether the result is positive or negative. Children, I'm here already. Sorry, I transferred the classroom. As you can see, I transferred the classroom. I hope that the connection now is fine already. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Is there background noise there? Can you hear it?
Yes, ma'am.
Sige lang, we'll just continue. Okay, again, self-concept is different from self-esteem. When we say self-concept, this is knowing who you really are. When we say self-esteem, this is your attitude towards yourself. Whether ang nagawa ng sarili mo is positive or negative. Okay, so imagine yourself looking into a mirror. Imagine yourself looking into a mirror. Do you see yourself as who you are now, or do you see yourself as what people see you, or how people observe you? You are fat man, but in reality, you know yourself, you're thin, you're sexy, okay? Or you may think that I'm ugly, but how other people see you is that you're beautiful, you're pretty. There are two kinds of self actually. Do not laugh at my PowerPoint, okay? The first, what do you see yourself? Do you see your ideal self or your actual self? Okay, this picture of mine, these two pictures of mine are taken on the same day. So that is the actual self. That was my picture on the gabi ng araw na yun. I was kind of tired. I did a lot of things and activities that makes me tired. However, that's my ideal self. This is in the Yes, yes. After the taking of the actual self, the ideal self. When you say actual self, that is you, who you are. This is how we present. Pag sinabing pagod ako, ganyan talaga, di ba? May pagod ba na maganda? May pagod ba na blooming? Di ba wala? When we say actual self, ito yung mga gusto nating gawin. Gusto nating i-pursue. But when we say ideal self, this is the ideal self na meron tayo ngayon. When we say actual self, ito yung ikaw. Ikaw talaga. When we say ideal self, ito yung gusto mong makita sa sarili mo. Do you get it? From the word ideal. Ideal, idea. How you want yourself to go in the future. Would you like to become this? Would you like to become white? Would you like to become beautiful? When we say actual self, this is you. You're contented of who you are. No need of makeup. No need of expensive dresses. Because it's you. You accept yourself. You accepted who you are. When you say ideal self, you're buying things that make you improve your face, your body. From the word ideal. Ay, gusto ko nito kasi meron din siya. Ay, gusto kong pumayat. Not because of your own will, but because people pressured you to become thin and sexy. That's ideal. Because in your actual self, you're contented to be just like that. Do you get the point? There are two kinds of you. So, try to self-reflect. Is it the actual self or is it the ideal self? Okay, when we say actual self, it is the one that you actually see in you. So, if you're happy without someone asking you to be happy, without someone telling you to be happy, without someone as a factor of you being happy, no, you're happy because it's an actual self. You're happy because masaya ka sa pagiging ikaw. You are contented with yourself alone. Also, actual self, it is the self that has characteristics that you were nurtured or in some cases, born to have, inborn. Okay, that's me and my brother. So this is of these characteristics that you were nurtured or in some cases, born to have. Who we actually are. So ito yung tayo talaga. It is how we think, how we feel, how we look and act without someone looking at us and telling us, you should walk in the proper way, you should have done this. No, why would I do that? That would be the ideal self. I would like to be me. I would like to act like this because this is an actual self. Walang kaplastikan. And the actual self-image. Oh, see, I am happy with that makeup. Mom, why are you applying lipstick now? Well, that's an ideal self. I don't want to look pale in front of you. Do you get the actual self? Children, thumbs up if you get it. Again, thumbs up if you get it. Okay, good. Now let's go to ideal self. When we say ideal self, it is how we want to be. I want to be gorgeous. So I will apply a lot of facial products. I want, oh, see, we're applying like blackhead removers, like that. Then next, it is an idealized image that we have developed over time based in what we have learned and experience. That was during the JS prom. Another one, what our parents have taught us. You should be like this. You should dress like this. You should act like that. Or what we admire in others. And lastly, what our society promotes. For example, we're going to attend a birthday party. You should wear a dress. Of course, iba naman pag gusto mo lang mag-shorts, di ba? At saka mag-t-shirt, parang iba rin naman, di ba? So of course, you want to, gusto mo maka-blend. You want to blend in a society. So you would also dress like that. What our society promotes. But deep inside, you want to wear flat sandals, a simple dress, or anything that you're comfortable with. And lastly, what we think is in our best interest. Okay. There is nothing wrong to have an ideal self, but you should also think twice. Kung ano bang mauuna sa sarili mo, the ideal self or the actual self. Or you want to improve your actual self than your ideal self. What's in your mind now, Miguel?
Ma'am?
What do you like more, the ideal or your actual self?
Ideal.
Why?
I have big dreams, and I will use this to achieve them.
There's nothing wrong with that. Okay, thank you, Miguel. How about Alberto? What do you like more, your actual self or your ideal self?
What, ma'am?
What do you like more, your actual self or your ideal self?
My actual self.
Why?
I want to be uncontented.
Yes, it's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. Again, thank you, Alberto. Now, there's what we call alignment. Alignment, parallelism, alignment. If the way that I am, the actual self, is aligned with the way I want to be, the ideal self, then I will feel a sense of mental well-being or peace of mind. Kaya nga tinatanong ko sa inyo kanina, ano gusto nyo ipataas? Yung actual self or ideal self? So some of you answered, gusto kong mas mataas ang ideal self. Some of you also answered, gusto kong mataas yung actual self. But there's what we call alignment. Para magkaroon ka ng mental well-being or peace of mind, dapat magkasabay si actual self, kung anong meron ka ngayon, at si ideal self, kung anong gusto mo meron ka bukas, dapat magkasabay yan. Do you get the point? Okay, like example, Miguel wants to use his abilities, strengths, knowledge just to achieve his dreams. With that, dapat align din si actual self. But whatever may the output or result of the ideal self, si actual self matatanggap. Kung negative or positive ba yung output, na dyan si actual self natatanggap sa'yo. So, kahit negative yung output, sasabihin ni actual self, sige lang, sarili, kakayanin mo yan next time. There are a lot of chances. Like for example, my actual self is, I really love kids, smaller ones, ages 3 to 6 years old. So with that, I assume I would like to have education as my course or college course. So that's the ideal self. Kasi gusto ko pa gusto ko pa. Bukas pa, in the future. But since I graduated already, so here I am. Happy, contented, and aligned being a teacher. I am teaching kids, I am a teacher, so I am a contented teacher. Do you get the point, children? So you should know what you like the best and what would you achieve in the future, so that in the ending, you will have, I am contented. Do you get the point? Okay, but paano naman pag nauna si actual self or nauna si ideal self? Hindi naman pwedeng palagi ka na lang, ganito lang kasi ako, wala akong ganyan. Magkakaroon ka ng low self-esteem or low self-confidence. Mawawalan ka ng gana sa sarili mo kasi
actual self. Ito ako, walang kaplastikan. Wala ka ring ideal self. Meaning, kung wala kang ideal self, wala kang pangarap. Wala kang gustong i-achieve. You don't have an objective in life. Puro ka lang actual self. That's also wrong. If that's the case, you will have incongruence or mental distress or anxiety. Kaya nagkakaroon ka ng low self-esteem. I don't know how to play guitar, so I will just not join the presentation for the grade 12. If that's the case, you have a low self-esteem. Yung self-concept mo, mataas na mataas. Pero pag mas mataas yung mas mataas yung ideal self mo, kahit hindi ka marunong sumayaw, mataas yung confidence mo, sasayaw ka doon. To the point na mapapahiya ka. Kasi mas mataas yung confidence mo na alam mo sa sarili mo, hindi ka marunong sumayaw, di ba? So magkakaroon ka ng incongruence, mental distress, or anxiety. Do you get the point, children? Okay, good. So let's go to personal effectiveness. So personal effectiveness is all about making the most of what we have in us. Again, when we say personal effectiveness, it's all about making the most of what we have in us. It's using our strengths, our knowledge, our capability in what we do most of the time. This talks about our effort, our skills, our talents again, and our time. Okay, first, determination. You should be determined enough. You yourself alone. You will not depend on others. Okay, next, self-confidence. May tutulong nito si self-confidence eh. You're confident with what you're doing. You don't need other people to say, is it okay? Is it fine? How do you see it? Is it perfect? No, having self-confidence, you alone can score yourself. You alone can assess yourself. If it is okay na, kulang pa ba? So that's self-confidence. Next, we have persistence. Ito yung pangmatagalan. If you started already, you end it, you yourself. We have this Filipino mindset, we have this what we call, ano yun? Diniscuss ko ito sa disaster risk reduction management. Ng Pilipino, mabuti lang pag sa una. Sa una lang.
Ingas kugon.
Correct. Ningas, kugon. Diba? Yung mga Pilipino mas gusto natin sa una lang. Mas aggressive tayo pag sa una lang eh. Pero at the end of the time, wala. Nawawala ng gana. Diba? But no, being persistent, what's your energy at the first place should be the energy at the end of the time, at the end of your decision. Persistent. You will not end it ahead of time. You will not end it at the late part. Sakto lang. Pero, yun ang tinatawag natin, slowly but surely. There are people na talagang hindi yung achievement nila hindi pa talaga nun. Kahit 30 years old na sila, wala pa silang bahay, wala pa silang car. Hindi naman importante yun eh. As long as you will not stop achieving your dreams, this is the most important part. Do you get the point? Each of us is what we call timing. Everything is on its perfect time. Huwag kang magmadali. Timing lahat. Okay? Next, we have stress management. If you are stressed, what do you do to lessen or decrease the stress that you have there? Lalo na pag-exam or project making or performance task. Nathan, what do you do the most pag ikaw ay stress?
Music.
Music or playing instruments. Good. How about Lex? What do you do if you're kind of stressed?
Basketball, ma'am.
Basketball. Nick, so as you can see, each one of us, its own way to reduce our stress. Nick, do you have anything you would like to do to reduce our stress?
YouTube, ma'am.
YouTube, just, oh. Okay, that could be, ako, kumakain lang ako eh. Stress eating. Okay, how about the others? Trisha, what do you do if you're stressed, Trisha?
Eat, ma'am.
Eat. Oh, same here. Raisa,
Eat pa rin.
eat. Crizel,
Unwind, ma'am. Go to the places na maka-relax like dagat or something.
yeah. So also do. Who else? How about Alberto? Alberto, where are you? How about Ivan? Ivan?
Anime, ma'am.
Anime.
You will look at those.
When I pirate,
How about Troy?
when
Troy?
I kiss anime.
Troy? Where are you, Troy? Okay, who else? Ba't nawawala sila? Okay. Okay, let's go. Next is problem solving. May option A ka, may option B ka para sa sarili mo. So you learn to have many options and solutions for your problem. You should think nga ano bang pwedeng solusyon dito. Hindi ka lang aasa sa isang solusyon o isang plano. Dapat marami kang options. So that in same case, masusolusyon naman yung problema mo kahit marami pa yan. Identify the problem, define, explore, action, and look back. What's your resolution for that problem? Next, we have creativity and generating ideas. Of course, that's very important. When you learn that you have that skill, or if you want to develop that skill, generating ideas, you tend to look for more answers. You tend to search for a lot of solutions. Apply. Magtanong-tanong ka, anong pwede? Okay? And do you have any question in regards with your personal effectiveness and how to improve them? Everyone, unmute yourselves, children, please.
None.
Are you?
None, ma'am.
Okay, for personal development, it is very important that you will have your own personal journal. Journal. Diba in your activity, in your module, I asked you to create your own journal, but that's for application as the assessment or your FT, performance check. Every now and then, may journal kayo with a given title given by me, but I would like to recommend that you will have your own personal journal. It could be a notebook, it could be piece of papers, basta may sarili kayong journal kasi having a journal has a lot of benefits, children. Lalo na after 5 years, 10 years, nakita mo yung journal, na-experience ko pala ito before, nakakahiya naman. Mga ganun. You tend to look back what happened 5 to 10 years ago. There are a lot of benefits of personal journal. You tend to know yourself better, get smarter, emotional well-being will be developed. Kasi may objective ka. May mga nangyari sa araw na yan. Do you get the point? With that personal journal of yours, you will start it today. Mom, babasa ka ba nito? No, that's your own personal journal. The journal in your module, that's different because it has a title on it. But with your personal journal, kung ano nangyari sa araw mo, You put date also and what time did you write it. Okay, do you get the point? Again, personal journal of yours will start today. You could write it at the end of or mga 8 p.m. kung gusto niyang matulog. I-discuss niyo doon kung ano nangyari ngayong araw, ano yung hindi niyo gusto ngayong araw, ano yung mga happy moments ngayong araw na to, yung mga na-realize niyo. So that's part of the journal. Ano nangyari ngayong araw na to? And of course, reflection. You should also have reflection at the end part of your journal. You will reflect what happened during that day. Do you get the point, children? Questions? Clarifications? Okay. Still have 5 minutes. Di ba I gave you an assignment?
Yes.
Yes, right?
Sa first part sa module mo, wala number, wala 3. Like, di ba, 0 is very weak, 1 is weak, 2 is somewhat weak or somewhat strong, unya 4 very strong. Or there's 3 pa.
There's
Strong.
3 there, strong. Sorry. Mabuti at na ano mo. 3 there is strong. Kindly just put it. Okay, for your assignment, kindly post your assignment in Edmodo.
Direct message to you, ma'am.
Yeah, message in Edmodo.
Picture or
Anything, picture or encoded, it's fine. I will record your score.
Unsa ba?
Just like Mamakos ba, you posted it. It's fine if you post it or you'll message me with your assignment through the Edmodo still. Basta Edmodo lang, wag lang sa Messenger. Okay? You know the class code, right?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am.
Yes, Trisha?
So, yung journal namin dalawa. Yung may title, tapos yung everyday namin.
Yung may title nyo, you can just encode it and send it to me again in Edmodo.
Ni FT, ma'am. When do we
The
post
FT, no need to send it to me, the FT. Only the journal. The FT, we will check it on Thursday.
Ah.
Only the journal.
The journal
Ha?
ba? Journal na FT.
Journal.
Wait, the journal is encoded, ma'am?
Ha?
Journal is encoded?
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine if
One paper, o ibutang
you're
mo.
going to write it in a bond paper. If you're going to write in a bond paper, just take a picture of it. And send it to Edmodo. Yeah, it's fine.
So we can just write on the computer.
Yeah, it's fine also. It's fine.
Journal, ma'am, no? Pwede, ma'am.
But your personal journal, syempre, sa inyo yan. Kayo lang babasa niyan.
Wala, ma'am.
Why Raisa?
Ma'am,
IPM na lang, ma'am.
How will you track man, ma'am, if we're writing our personal journal?
Send it ng PM, ma'am. The
I will have a
journal.
schedule of when will you pass it.
Wala, Ma'am Jess, dili ma-erase ang messages na kumasen. I accidentally sent the wrong photo.
Ma'am.
Ma'am, how about the performance check, ma'am? Like the talent thing.
Yes, also.
Ma'am,
That's a
IPM na
performance.
lang, ma'am. Journal,
Yeah,
ma'am.
you can send it to me.
The journal lang.
So, mag-send the video. Ma'am.
Mag-send ang video to you sa Edmodo or post it.
You post mo. Do not post. Not good.
Through
Not good.
Messenger, okay?
Yung video,
Or we can have our group chat. Para sa performance check, doon na lang.
Or talent, ma'am.
Out,
You should
ma'am,
have at
kay
least
separate ako
1 minute
from
talent or
performance, oh.
anything.
Mukbang, ma'am. Mukbang.
TikTok, Ma'am Jessa.
Okay, TikTok.
Ato na Facebook,
Oh, no,
ma'am.
no, no. Good, Ma'am. Dancing is talent.
That is
Cover, ma'am.
on,
Making content is talent, Ma'am. Funny
Ato
content.
na cover na, ma'am.
Questions?
What would qualify as a talent,
Ma'am,
ma'am?
in our FT1, Ma'am, it'll just be You just write
Jane,
words.
mga paleo.
No?
Your
You write
DJ mo.
words lang.
Oh, words lang.
Pag grade 7 mo sa
Yes, Miguel?
What would qualify as a talent?
What
Ato,
would
DJ, lagi mo
qualify as a
pala. Talent mo.
Talent or skills, that could be. If you have skills also in writing, you can write effectively, it's fine also. Anything that you could have there, it's fine.
Edit na lang nga pala. Pag-edit.
Yeah, it's fine.
Photoshop. Meme, day meme.
Grabe naman yung meme. You have a lot of skills, Apale, you can use it.
Digital.
Okay, questions? Nothing?
Sorry, ma'am, just wrong send po yung first photo. Don't look at it. Sa Edmodo.
Yeah, it's fine.
Uy, you cannot send.
Joyce, where's Joyce? What's your question, Joyce? Okay, if you don't have any question, this is just it's 8:30 already now. We'll have another class. So that's all for today. Goodbye, everyone.
Bye, and thank you.
And thank you, Ma'am Jer.